Welcome, everybody. Thank you very much for coming out this day after Christmas to join us at Washington Crossing Historic Park for our commemorative event. My name is Roger Williams. I am the New Jersey Society State Historian and your Master of Ceremonies. And we have such a beautiful day. I hope you had a happy holiday. First, I'd like to just make a few introductions of some of the important VIPs who are here today and who will be a part of the ceremony. We have from the National President General of the Sons of the American Revolution, Davis Wright. We have the Chair of the County Board of Supervisors for Upper Makefield Township, Thomas Chino. We have Pastor Stephanie Ashford of the Thompson Memorial Church, who will be giving us our invocation and our benediction. We have Bonnie Matthews, who is the State Regent for the New Jersey Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution. We have Bobby McMullen, who is the Pennsylvania Honorary State Regent and the past Vice President General of the National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution. Representing the Society of the Cincinnati and the New Jersey Society of the Sons of the Revolution, we have Logan Brown. We have a number of state society presidents with us for the Sons of the American Revolution. We have Andrew Lick of the Pennsylvania Society, Jeff Thomas of the Virginia Society, Charlie Morgan of the New Jersey Society, and I hope I didn't miss any of the state presidents. Okay. So with that, I'm going to invite Pastor Stephanie Ashford to offer the invocation.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I come to you this morning as a fellow traveler on this journey. I was raised by many strong women, all members of the Daughters of the American Revolution, and as a young girl I was routinely put in a convertible car to put the poppy wreaths on the graves of the soldiers for our town's Memorial Day parade. So I share in your legacy, and I'm honored to be invited to be with you today. I am the pastor of Thompson Memorial Presbyterian Church in New Hope, Pennsylvania, which is a church that dates back to the early 1800s with its founding in 1811. And we have a beautiful large cemetery full of graves that predate the 1800s, and I spend my time walking and meditating through those graves and just thanking God for the legacy of people who have walked a hard journey and been proud Christ followers in the years that preceded me. And so this morning I ask you to join me in prayer as we commemorate this special day. Gracious and loving God, full of grace and mercy, I invite your Spirit to be among us in this beautiful moment. Descend on us like a dove of blessing. Fill us with your peace that passes understanding. Where there is evil in the world, combat it with love. Where there is hate, sow seeds of understanding. Where there is struggle, bring your ever-powerful spirit of restoration. There is no task too large for you, powerful God. And while we thank you for your Spirit here today, we ask that you protect us and guide us for all the days to come. In Christ's name we pray.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor Ashford. I will now ask the Vice Color Guard Commander, I don't know if that's the right title, Brooks Lyles of the International Society to present the colors.
Color Guard, Gary, color.
Face. Forward. March. Close up. Close up. Close up. Close up. Guard. Hold. Left. Face. Present. Arm.
We'll now ask the President General to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Post down.
I'd like to introduce President General Davis Wright, who will offer some comments.
Good morning, and I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. I believe this is the first time this event has been conducted by the New Jersey Society and the Pennsylvania Society, Sons of the American Revolution. And I'm happy to be here and happy and honored to represent the 38,000 members of the Sons of the American Revolution in what is the beginning of the 10 most crucial days in the American Revolution. At least that's what everybody up here thinks, and I agree with that. My ancestor joined the American Army 245 years ago in a couple of days. He didn't make the crossing here, but did show up at Princeton. So I'll be happy to join this group again next week for that celebration. But I am, again, honored to be here, honored to be part of this celebration, and would like to have everybody take a moment to think about those patriot ancestors of ours who established this country and who gave meaning to the Declaration of Independence that was announced in July 4th, 1776. It was campaigns like this, it was winners like Valley Forge that made that a reality, and we have a lot to be thankful for them and their service. So thank you all again for coming out, and I look forward to the rest of the ceremony.
Thank you, Mr. President General. I will now ask Upper Makefield Township Board of Supervisors Chair Thomas Chino to make some comments.
So good morning and welcome. Makefield Township is a proud host to this park, also to these historic events that took place here. From being involved in local government for the years that I have been, I'm convinced that the spirit of General Washington and all of his troops live on with the folks that live here. If there is ever an issue that comes up that puts at risk the character of our community members show up armed with facts and figures and compelling arguments to defend the character of this special place. So my holiday wish to all of you is to remember these events, obviously that you are all here, you are already patriots, and think about how they have influenced us today and how our actions of being good patriots today should influence future generations. Thank you.
So being a historian myself and one who leads tours of Washington Crossing and the battles of Trenton and Princeton, I have a lot of time to think about these events. So at the risk of boring you all, my comments are not as organic as President General and Board of Supervisors Chair. I actually wrote mine down. So if you will permit me. What happened here is not forgotten. Emanuel Leutz's 1848 propaganda painting is the second most recognizable image in American military history. It has been merchandised and advertised. It has been mimicked and cartooned. Copyright free, it has been lifted and logoed. The emotions of these countless usurpations range from laughter to reverence. But why? Why is the image of 13 men in a rowboat so recounted? Why do living historians spend their time on Christmas Day, Christmas morning festooned in 18th century dress, like the movie Groundhog Day, reenact this event that took place 245 years ago, last night? It is because, like Groundhog Day, what happened here signifies a new beginning. In the months leading up to Washington crossing the Delaware, what started with the shot heard around the world was all but lost. Desperate, but not done, Washington was determined not to change history, but he simply saw an opportunity before him. But in succeeding in this endeavor, history and humankind was changed. The resolve, determination, commitment, and grit Washington and his men that night defined what is now we call the American spirit. We, the descendants of the spirit of 1776, still have rivers to cross. What launched from the banks of this river was more than guns and men and horse. What launched here was hope. Hope that the ideals of the Age of Enlightenment will give us an enlightened society. Just as these men, black and white, young and old, rich and poor, got into boats to work together to achieve a common goal, so must we. This park is a national treasure, but it is not a national park. As we march to the 250th, the anniversary of the signing of the nation's independence, let's gather our resolve to broadcast to our fellow citizens what happened here. Think not of just the patriotic boat ride, but think of where these men were going. They were not just going to Trenton, they were going to Princeton, then Saratoga, then Yorktown, then Gettysburg and Antietam, Appomattox, Meuse-Argonne, Anzio, Omaha Beach, Iwo Jima, Incheon, Iraq, and Afghanistan. It is the ideals for which we fight. Let us go home and tell our friends and neighbors, our co-workers and our communities why they should come here to the banks of the Delaware, where the American spirit of hope was launched. Coming here will remind them of what we are all fighting for with resolve, determination, commitment, and grit. The image of Washington Crossing is a symbol that we are an enlightened society that helps each other get into the boat and go to the other side. Thank you. I will now ask President General Davis Wright and County Commissioner Thomas Chino to present the wreath that is a combined effort of the sons, the daughters of the American Revolution, the Society of Cincinnati, the Sons of the Revolution, and the Sons of the American Revolution. So, Davis. also honored to have several color guard members from the Virginia Society who have driven up this morning to present wreaths from their chapters. As many of you might know, the Virginians had a crucial role in the campaigns of the 10 Crucial Days. So we are very honored that they made the trip. So President Thomas, I'll let you present the wreaths. This is President Jeff Thomas of the Virginia Society.
Good morning. It's my honor to present this wreath on behalf of the Virginia Sons of the American Revolution on this, the 245th anniversary of Washington's crossing. I'm wearing the regimental coat of the 3rd Virginia Regiment, in which my patriot ancestor David Baker and his brother Richard served. As Roger said, the 3rd Virginia was at the vanguard of the action during the 10 Crucial Days. The regiment produced General Hugh Mercer, who paid the ultimate sacrifice at Princeton, and a young 18-year-old Lieutenant James Monroe, who was severely wounded at Trenton, his warm blood staining the frozen landscape in the early morning hours of this day. David Baker states that he crossed the Delaware and took part in the Battle of Trenton, and that his brother Richard was killed in that action. So I remember and honor the sacrifices of these true patriots who laid the foundation of our liberty across the icy waters of the Delaware to the snow-covered streets of Trenton on this day.
We also have wreaths from the George Mason chapter and the Fairfax Resolve chapters. Who will be presenting those wreaths? Okay. For our benediction, I just have a couple of logistical comments. After we retire the colors, I'm going to ask New Jersey Regent Bonnie Matthews and Pennsylvania Honorary State Regent Bobby McMullen and Pastor Ashford and Vice President Logan Brown to approach for some photographs, along with our state presidents. We have Jeff Thomas, but Andrew Lick and Charlie Morgan, who I believe is in the color guard. And I'm also going to ask my compatriot. I am the president of the New Jersey Sons of the Princeton chapter of the New Jersey Sons of the American Revolution, which is right across the river. So I'm going to ask my compatriot Bill Hampton, who is the chapter president of the Washington Crossing chapter, to also join us for that photograph. I have invited all of our color guard members and our VIPs, and frankly anyone else who would like to join us for lunch at Leonardo's in Lawrenceville, because at 2 o'clock this afternoon we're going to present a wreath, frankly this wreath, at the Trenton Battle Monument, because we have some words to say there as well. So if you want to join us, if you know where Leonardo's is, you can join us. If you need a map, I have maps. And with that, I would like to ask Pastor Ashford to offer our benediction, and then we will retire the colors.
Friends, I want to thank you for all of your words today. It's proof that where we go leaves a legacy. And today we see a legacy of perseverance and truth and determination. And it is my hope that the people of faith leave a legacy of love wherever they go. So as you leave this place, may you know that the God who comes to us as Creator, Redeemer, and Sanctifier is with you every step of your way. Go in peace.
All right. So if we could have our come up, take our photographs.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
Yeah, you're gonna have to squeeze a little, folks.
We're all diagonal.
Yeah, if you want to turn, act like you like each other. Right in there. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Hold on, one more.
Okay.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay. Vice Commander. Have a little room here. Okay.
The modern one?
Yeah. I know. Vice Commander, regarding the colors.
Color guard. Carry colors. Right face. Forward. March.
Thank you very much, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day.